Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Debbie White. I'm a marketing coach that specializes in unmarketing marketing, where we create your own custom blueprint so you can be 100% you. Welcome to our live. I'm talking today about how to create demand out of thin air. There's demand everywhere, right? Everyone has an actual need. There's so many unmet needs that haven't been met. So, first of all, when you think about how can I actually create demand out of thin air, the first thing I will say to do that, the number one thing, does anyone know? Can you guess? You can drop in the comments. Okay, I'm going to tell you. You have to know your persona. This is your perfect one client. We call this your target audience, but I want you to really start thinking about this as one person. One person, that's your persona. When you think about, I'm going to create marketing for one person, not like all the people, think about how you talk. When you talk to one particular person, you're much more, the words you use are going to be different than if you're like up on a stage shouting out, the mountaintops to all the people. If you're talking to one person, it's a more, that's what I feel like. I can see everyone coming, live, but I'm really thinking about, I'm speaking to one person in my marketing. It allows you to have more conversational, a more conversational voice. It also allows you to really understand one person. We can understand what one person actually wants, the way that one person thinks, what they desire, what their life might look like, what stage of life they might be in, right? When we think about, oh, I can serve all these people from 25 years old to, 80, all the different stages, I got them all covered. And you probably can. But what you can't do is serve them all in a very, I'm going to use the word intimate, in a very connected, close way. So, as a small business, it's really important that we understand we're not here to serve everyone. That's what big box stores can do because they have millions and millions of dollars. And I'll tell you, because I used to create marketing for these big giant companies, they have as many as, the big giant companies have multiple dozens and dozens of personas that they use. They break it down by persona, by demographics, and they have dozens and a huge team, and they create specific content for each persona. You need one. You need one persona. So I want you to start thinking about, how do I actually know and then develop that persona? First of all, I want you to consider, who do you best serve? Who's your favorite people to work with? And really just think about that. There's more people just like them. There really is, and you can actually create demand by creating content that's specifically for the one person versus for everybody. So let's move on to number 2, is you need to develop your one persona. Okay, I am super excited about something. This is brand spanking new, and I want all of you guys to go get this. It's free. I created it. Okay. I have a brand new persona generator. Maybe I need a better name. But it will take all of the information you have about your current persona, and it will take it all and generate your ideal persona. And you can do this by DMing me the word persona, right? Like person with an A, persona. DM me persona, and I have a little chat bot set up that will automatically deliver it to you. You're going to go through all the questions. It's completely customized to you, and you will get a persona down to, you get to name your persona. It's really fun. So, and I want you to do it, and I want you to tell me how it goes. Okay. You guys are the first. You're the first to see this. So tell me that. That's going to be really fun. But here's the kind of things you need to know. Yeah, it's super fun. I'm really excited to develop your own persona. Is first of all, you have to have an idea in mind of who is this person? Who's my favorite person to work with? Who gets the most out of actually working with me? Start there. And then you're going to be prompted with a persona generator to ask a bunch of questions if you don't know the answers. I want you to start investigating this. It's really important that we understand our audience. I will tell you that creating a dynamic business with an incredible marketing that pulls in, attracts clients, creates demand is all about understanding who your audience is, what they desire, what you do that's amazing, and being able to bridge that gap. Everything I teach is all about that. Everything. And if you're watching me and you're like, this sounds really amazing, and I think she's probably right, because I'm going to say I am. I've been in the business a really long time in marketing. Every major brand does this. And what I love is helping you women business owners with small businesses. You can do this too. And it changes everything. It changes everything. I have a client, I have several, but one in particular is having this huge breakthrough week. And all of a sudden clients are like, she's attracting them like bees to honey. I mean, it's so cool. She had put 4 offers out, all 4 are like, yes. It's like, how does that happen? We've been really working on dialing in who her perfect audience is and what they actually want. And now she's in alignment and the gap is closed. It's like, oh my God, here they come. That's the power of creating demand when you thought it was thin air, there wasn't anything there. If you can understand your persona and what they actually want right now today, and you're connecting with them and you're offering a solution to what they need and want right now today, you've bridged the gap of demand. And that's what we get to do. So the other thing as I kind of walk through this is when you're looking at, okay, well, what all do I need to know about my persona? And I want you to think about things as far as, uh, yes, a stage of life. I prefer that versus age. What stage of life are they in? Because think about it as we move through the stages of life, and I will also tell you, chances are you are going to attract people in the same stage of life. Not always, but similar. You'll probably have some a little younger and you'll have some a little older. You'll have a bridge around that. That's really common. Start there. That's a really easy place to start. Probably someone in the same stage of life as you, because you're going to be able to speak to exactly what they're going through and where they are at right now, right? You probably see that with your friends. We relate to people in a way because we're going through the same things that they are at the same time. So you already have that. So think about that. And then think about the different things that they're desiring in their life today. What are they actually wanting? And this is where you have to do some we use an actual we actually do interviews and a survey, and I have a whole form that like a script we literally use in our House of Impact program. And we start right out the gate with that. That's like one of our first assignments. So you can be doing what we call social listening. You can be listening for what people are saying on social media. You can be going researching on Google, on Reddit, typing in questions you think that they're asking, and you'll see they'll serve up even more questions, even on Google with a little caret. You'll look down and you can see the most commonly asked questions will load. So, your job to create demand is to really understand your target audience, to really understand your persona. The more information you have, and you can really identify what they want, can you align that with what you're here to do? That's the bridge. When you bridge that gap of need, desire, and what you're here to do, you'll create demand. And I see a lot of people on here. We have a nice mix of service providers and artists. And for the artists, I'm going to tell you, I have a lot of artists in my world. I treat artists as a service provider. And if you're going, "What?" Stay with me. Artists actually are selling the feeling. They're selling the emotional feeling that someone gets when they purchase the art and have this original art in their home. So you have to get really clear on the feeling that you're actually offering out and what it is your audience is wanting. And that's the kind of work we do in the House of Impact is we build brands, whether it's service and you're an expert or you're an artist that is built around what you're here to provide and do, and really as a change maker in the world. You get to create an impact. So we have a lot of artists that know and have a really good understanding of their own why, their own purpose, and they can create an entire movement built on that purpose and align with people that have that same passion for that vision that they have. And I'll just use an example. One of our superstar artists, Joyce Gale, built her whole brand around basically environmentalism, but she took it a step further and she kept taking it a step further. She her art for every painting sold, purchased, 50 trees are planted in different areas around the world. And she came up with the line, "Be More Tree." Her art evokes nature. It's about the trees, it's about how we're all connected. Her audience loves that, and she pulls that into all her content, and she knows that her audience actually wants to have this really beautiful connection with nature, with the trees. So that's actually what she's selling, if you will, or offering out into the world. So for someone with a service, just like the example I said earlier, once we really understand who our persona is, we can start to think, are my offers aligned to what they're needing right now? Do I need to shift what my offer is? And usually, yeah, you do. And this is a trial and error of running a business is being aware, always looking out where's the need and being able to pivot and shift into where that need is so you can meet it in a way and serve that need in a way that only you can. But notice how everything I'm talking about requires you to really understand your people. And I like to call it one person, your persona. Again, if you're just joining me, yes, if you're just joining me, hi, Trisha, you can DM me persona and we have come up with this really cool persona generator and it will walk you through all the steps you need to build your own persona, even down to the name, which is fun. You get to name your persona. I suggest you do. I want you to have this persona in mind when you're creating your content so that when you're creating content, like if I said, okay, my persona is Kelly, and it changes. And by the way, your persona will change as you evolve, as your offers shift, as your brand grows, it will shift and change. So you need to be coming back to this time and time again. But if I'm creating content for Kelly and I think about what does Kelly need to know today? What does she need to hear from me this minute that would really help her with the next step that she needs right now with where she is in her journey in her business? That's going to inform me in a very specific way to create content that allows Kelly to lean in and meet me and allows me to talk specifically with Kelly instead of talking right at her. So I want you to think about your content is actually very personal. It should feel very one-to-one, and content that has that kind of intimate connection, we're human. We're built to have a more personal connection with people. It allows you to step into that with so much more ease, especially the more you get to know her. And I'm just using her. A lot of us are women. We're serving females. I also have a lot of data on that. Females typically are the buyers of the household, not always, but typically they are. he or she, whoever your persona is, the more that we can understand them, the more that we can actually create demand for what it is that they have a specific need for. There's always demand, regardless of what's happening with the economy, regardless of what you're hearing out there. There's always demand if we're paying attention and we're aligning with that one persona that we are creating everything just for her. Everything we're talking about, everything we're putting out with our videos, what would delight her today? And yes, there's tactics that help with putting out that kind of content. But I want you today to really be thinking about I need to be creating my content for one person, not for 1,000, not for like, I want to get to 10,000. You will build a much more dynamic following that are ready yes buyers. I mean, how many buyers do you really need to have a successful business? You don't need 10,000 followers. You need buyers that are ready to say yes to you. And if you create content for your one persona, you will start to create demand because you'll be meeting her right where she's at. And that's really the key. So, again, I also want to invite you, if you've been watching me, we have a pretty amazing House of Impact program. We walk you through every single one of these steps, and we're changing how we're working. I've been known for my House of Impact, my year-long program, but we're changing this. We're actually looking at doing things in a whole different way for the fall. We're so excited about this. We're going to start with level 1, a 6-week run, and then a level 2, and then level 3 would be the House of Impact. So we're opening up the door, easy to walk right inside. And I will tell you, we have already sold several spots for the September class. We cap it at 15 so that we can give you a lot of attention. If this is something you're interested in, I highly recommend you get on our wait list. We do have a wait list. So if you want to just DM me wait list, we'll make sure that you get that. Or if you're watching me on Facebook, you can just write wait list in the comments and we'll get back to you. This is all the things that we'll walk you through step by step. And I just got off a call yesterday with our May class is going through. They're in level 2 right now, and they're so excited about their business and so on fire about what they're going to create and how they're going to get the word out and how everything's shifting and aligning and feeling easy. And that's what I want all of you guys to have. It's really powerful. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, one person, one persona. Just remember that. And everything becomes so much easier when you have that one person. Join me next week. I go live every Wednesday. I'm doing a little bonus stream on Instagram, but you guys just know, join my community. The link in my bio is there. I'm going to be also, just to add, we're doing all kinds of fun things. I'm going to be doing some audits. You're going to hear about this. You can even register to win a chance at a social media audit. That's another one. You can DM me audit. We have a lot of good stuff happening right now. If you want a chance to have me review your Instagram or Facebook, DM me the word audit, and we have a cool little bot that'll get you all signed up, a chance to win. But here's the catch. You have to be in my Facebook group to watch it. I won't be streaming that on Instagram. So we're going to be doing a lot of things in our Impact Nation Facebook group. You guys should just get on over there, join our community. I have a link on Instagram in my bio to do that. If you're not watching me, if you're on Instagram, you're not in my Facebook group right now watching me. So that's where everything's going to happen, is in our Impact Nation Facebook group. So join that community, get on it. We're here to help walk you through so that you can create demand with what I'm calling the unmarketing marketing approach. We do a lot of strategy so that you can just show up and be yourself and not use any of the gimmicks or tactics or all the bullshit that's out there. But genuine connection is what creates buyers, is what creates people coming and saying, I want what you have. I want to work with you. So with that, I'm going to send you off today on Wednesday. I'll see you next week, same time. And everyone have a beautiful Wednesday. Bye, everybody.